Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check into golf. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Put your hands in your fingers. Your ears with. Get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get the fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my. Sit the back that like a pogo. Don't do these, they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. Finna got in the gently. Ain't being friends with these.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Room here to run. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Throwing here to start the drive. He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
Detroit!
Now a play fake here on first down. Out to the left here to Reed. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run him in out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so far the script's still to come. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his first touchdown in a Washington uniform. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Shorty. Push on.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A very solid gain of 27. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
They go play action here on 1st down. Interception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Ajayi. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Check nickel. Liz 5-3.
Here's Ajayi. And a short gain down to about the 33. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Martavis Bryant, 33 yards. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was 3rd down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We all know how important momentum is in a game, and when an offense decides to take a deep shot downfield, they're trying to create a big play and put doubt in the defense's mind the rest of the ball game. And in this case, the defense won the battle, batted the ball away deep downfield. So guess what? The momentum now quickly shifted from the offense taking the shot to the defense knocking it away, and now they feel like they might be in control.
They're going to look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Wentz now on 1st down. They shakes him off. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
They run with Ajayi. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And the tackle there will go to Ryan Anderson.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Great.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to?
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And Elliott puts this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there. I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thompson. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best. and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Thompson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Leopard! Leopard! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll hand it now to Geis. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get it in that direction.
They'll drop to throw. Jordan Reed has it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and have the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
First down, this is Geis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Geis receives the pitch. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
So after that 4th down stop, Charles, you said it was almost guaranteed points the other way. Indeed, they do cash in, but only 3.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They got the points, but it should have been more. With that type of field position, the setup that they had, I think it was almost a loss for them that they only got 3 instead of pushing across the line for a touchdown.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Wentz. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it, no one got it. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Hey. 4 down.
from the gun on third down. Wentz. Aguilar has it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They dump off underneath to Ajayi. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Great. Hey, ram. There we go, back. 120.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
There we go, back. 120.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. A carry here for the big tight end. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to air one out. And this will be caught at the 30. A huge play there for Washington. And even 50 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. He's got his man. This is Doxson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. They'll look to throw here. Completes it right side to Doxson. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
82.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wentz. Right side is Jeffrey. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's checking. Check. Here, Black, come on.
They run for it with a giant. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Detroit! Gun!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was the veteran safety, Malcolm Jenkins, who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense?
Detroit!
Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Ducks him to the grab over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. This quarterback now, 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He sets to fire deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Gun!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
All right, now, look at 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going for the deep ball. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Detroit!
Back to throw. It's brought in by Doxson. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. He'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Doxson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Leopard! 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 All right, now, Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Detroit! Detroit!
On play action, they'll throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Derek Barnett in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. And Hopkins' kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with a J. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On play action, Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Great 15, great 15.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Going deep here for Bryant. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Now Wentz on 3rd down. It's complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And he said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Back to throw here. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Detroit,
So they'll come
Detroit.
up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Gone!
They start on the ground with Geis. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll look to throw. to the left. It's complete to Dodson. And out across midfield down to the 45. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll look to throw now on first down. A deep ball for Dotson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And now running right through him. Jay's going to go. He's at the 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay, 88 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A deep ball for Dotson, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Quinn. There he goes left side. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the
Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Timmy Jernigan able to drop him for a loss of 12. And it'll be 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Eagles defense able to hold. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey. You got the back. 120. Sunday. Shorty. Here, sit. Let's go.
Wentz now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Wentz going to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jeremy Sprinkle, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2.
Lucky 56.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It'll be a 16-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and forever. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Play action. Now wins. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
This is Ajayi. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
Yep, as a result, knocks it down. They'll drop to throw, and he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Brandon Graham. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. The Redskins on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 19. He'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more. Time for a break. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down. Where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Wentz to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And here come the Redskins now.
No. Check. Patriot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Brandon Graham in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Hurry up, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation, because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
On the line.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Wins to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Black, come on. 81, 81. Shorty. What's that?
Here's Wentz to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This to make it a 3-score game. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the